So what do you do when the bride and groom don't want to do anything fun at their wedding? Hi, I'm Bill. This is Creative License, and I got that question again from another DJ, and it came in the form of the bride and groom. They all are cutting the bouquet toss. They're all cutting the dollar dance. They're all cutting the generations dance. Nobody wants to do the dollar dance. What am I supposed to do? Just say okay? Well, yeah. I mean, that's one way to go. Oh, but you don't have to. Once again, I've talked about this before. You being the expert, you should be able to guide them around this obstacle. Most of the time, they have seen at weddings bouquet tosses go poorly, and garter tosses go poorly, and dollar dances go poorly, and generation dances go poorly. But so how much do you spend talking to them about it? I'll give you an example. The bouquet toss. We don't want to do the bouquet toss. Why not? Well, because they're lame. Okay, well, I could have stopped right there and just done a line item veto, and I don't have to do it. But I know that if I understand why they don't like a thing, as the guy in charge of the entertainment, I can adjust this thing that is traditional at weddings and still give them something non-traditional and something that is void of the things that they hate. But if you don't ask, then you're just assuming they don't like bouquet tosses because the bouquet tosses are just old and they're just terrible. And honestly, that's what they say because they don't know what else to say. So you're the expert. What kind of questions do you ask them? I'll give you the example of the last young lady I talked to. Why don't you like it? Well, you know, the bouquet thing starts, and then they bring the bride up, and that's embarrassing. And then he announces that all the single girls have to come up, and then none of the single girls come up. And in fact, to get all the single girls, we start saying their names. He tells me which ones I want to know. You know, which ones are single, so he can call out their name. He can embarrass them. He can get them to come down for the bouquet toss. And all they're trying to do is make their way out of the building because they don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to be pointed out. They came single. They don't want the whole world to know that they got nobody, right? They're not married, or just being singled out at all at another person's wedding can be an embarrassing thing. And it's happened to her. I don't want that. Okay, well, what do you like about bouquet tosses? Well, what do you mean? What do you like about them? I mean, have you ever seen one that you like? Well, I've seen them on TV. Really? Okay, so if I could do one like TV, why would you like it? Well, because it wouldn't be embarrassing, because we'd have a whole bunch of women up there really excited about catching the flowers, that we could make it seamless and make it go quickly, and we don't have to, stop the party for it to happen. We can just make it fun and exciting, and then we have a bunch of girls up there and maybe even have a big picture with the bride. Why not? Could we do that? Well, yeah, we could. I know how to do that. Do you know how to do that? And if you do you tell them that? Or do you just say, oh yeah, no, I'll take care of that. I'll do it. No, can you help them envision that if you do a bouquet toss for them, that it will go the way she would like it to? That it will have not one of the things that she's worried about? Can you, with your creativity as a performer, as an MC, create something the way she would like to see it happen? And can you envision it with her in the meeting? And then after the meeting, she gets excited about it. She tells all of her friends it's going to happen. When you do it, it is fun. It is exactly what you've created and what she's envisioned. So now she talks about you because, hey man, we did a bouquet toss. I've never seen anything like it. It was so much fun. Can you do that? Or are you don't like a bouquet toss? Well, I can do it differently. And then you just kind of throw ideas at it randomly. Because there's different ideas. I've heard different ideas, but usually they throw them at the client like randomly. Like, well, how about this one? Well, how about this one? How about this one? Well, how are you giving them ideas if you don't know what they don't like about it? Trust me, I've had clients that after I've listened and I've said I can adjust it and take away the things you don't like, they still go, I don't know, I just don't want to do it. You don't want to do it because you don't want to do it. Oh, that's it. That's good enough for me. But you don't want to do it because you think I can't make it happen? Well, let me explain to you that I can. And so that you have the choice to be able to do it instead of taking it out of your wedding, because at every wedding, every DJ does it exactly the same way. That's a problem for us, isn't it? That's a problem for us and how we do things. So if you can show them that you're different, you're more valuable. So much more valuable than not only will they pay you more, but they'll tell all their clients that they have to have you. This is just one thing. Imagine if you could do that same sort of thing with all of the things at wedding receptions that people get bored with. Just be creative and collaborate with your clients around what they do like and what they don't like, and you'll come up with something. You will. This is Bill. This is Creative License, and I'll see you next week.